Hello, 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 hello. I'm gonna come right there. Normally it's functioning. Is it functioning right? Oh, I still have a delay between what I send you and I thought that I resolved that. Okay, maybe next time. Hello, hello. Is there someone right there or not? Up, I'm gonna put myself like that. Oh, my hair. Oh, really? Try to not care about my hair, please. As you can see, that's it. It's not summer yet, but in my apartment, it's like summer. Like always. Hello, 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 good evening. What time is it for you? For me, you know it, it's 6 p.m. What time is it for you? But yes, I was saying, as you can see, it's not summer, but it's already that hot in my apartment. And I don't know if you saw it, but I just posted something on Twitter. I have a big issue with Twitter right now. I can't have access to my Twitter account on my computer. On my phone, it's functioning perfectly. I don't have any issue, but on my computer, it's telling me that my account is suspended, but it's really weird because they are telling me that my account is suspended, but in fact, it's not the name of my account. I don't understand. But still, I can't have access to my account with my mail and stuff like that. Like, I don't understand. It's still functioning on my phone, and I made some researches and I saw that other people had issues with Twitter today in France. So I'm like, okay, maybe something is happening. Calm down. It's gonna go okay. Still morning for you. Okay. 5:10. Okay, but from, AM, PM, all of that. In France, we are not counting stuff, with AM and PM. So if you're telling me 5:10, for me, it's the morning also for you. You'll see? That's it. I already want to drink. I blame Elon Musk for that, like... issues with Twitter, just before going live, I'm really like, what is happening? I noted, like always, I noted some stuff that I want to talk about with you guys, maybe we can talk about Demon Slayer, maybe we can talk about My Hero Academia. I progressed into My Hero Academia. I think that you guys, you discovered my reaction videos about the episodes 8 and 9 this week. I think so. But me, I progressed into it, so maybe I can give you my opinion about, for example, the end of the season 1. It's fun, because you're really a lot to tell me that you're rediscovering this anime with me, and that really the mood of this anime changed so much that it's almost weird for you to rediscover this anime, like the mood, how it was, the characters, how they were, all of that. So maybe I can give you my opinions right there, about the end of the season 1. And yes, I thought that maybe we can discuss about the new episodes of Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, and The Mandalorian. Also, it was the end of the season 3 of The Mandalorian. It was cool. Episode 8 yesterday? Okay. So, it's gonna be next week that you're gonna have episode 9 and 10. I put the 4 action part for the episode 10. I put a lot of 4 action part for the end of the season 1 of My Hero Academia. Yes, today it's movie week, like always now. I'm really gonna try my best each month to organize one live session, and I think that I'm gonna do it like that, each time it's gonna be on the same day than the movie reaction videos, so you guys, that if during this week I put my reaction video, about the movie, it means also that it's the live session week. I think that I'm gonna do stuff like that. Oh no, he's not there. I wanted to have the opinion, about this video, about the movie of today, because it's one of you guys who told me to react to this movie. And it was so good, and I cried so much. It was beautiful, but it was also so emotional. I cried so much. But at the same time, I already advised my sister to watch this movie, and also my mother and all, like, really, it's a story of a family. For me, it's really the movie, it's my family. The movie, it's really the movie that you can watch. If you appreciated the show This Is Us, you can watch this movie, you're gonna like it. Both of you watch My Hero Academia, my reaction videos about My Hero Academia? I think that both of you already understood that I really appreciate Ida. Is it normal for me to appreciate him that much? You're not telling me, in the comments on Patreon, but also on YouTube, if you appreciate Ida that much. I mean, as much as I do. And tell me also, what is your favorite character? I really want to know. Even if, it became, your favorite character with time, with the other seasons, because maybe this character evolved a lot and all. You love Ida! Oh, I knew it! I knew it! But you loved it also. For sure, you loved it also. You loved it. It. Him! I'm sorry. I talked French with someone just before this live session. I think that it's not gonna help me, with my English during this live session. Oh, cool. If you love Ida too. When I discovered this character, I was like, oh, I appreciate him. After that, when he acted like that, with Deku, when he was so humble, really recognizing one of his mistakes and telling to someone, you're better than me, at least for that thing, and I can recognize that, and it's impressive for me, to say it, but to say it in a serious way and all. I was like, that's it, I love you, I can just love someone who is like that. But also, he has an annoying side, he's the one who wants to do everything like that. Me, I appreciate a character like that. But watching that, I was like, that's it. People are gonna hate him. I'm gonna be the only one to appreciate him. It's gonna be like for Rick and Morty, I'm gonna appreciate the character that everyone dislikes. But no, I'm glad. If you appreciate Ida, I'm glad. But what is your favorite character? No, he's not a Jerry. He's far from a Jerry. And I think that all of the Jerry haters, they're gonna say that is the opposite of being a Jerry, because Jerry is lazy, he doesn't do anything, when Ida is really going for it each time, he's not giving up, all of that. So they're different. They're just different. And it's proving you that really I can love different characters. But for me, it's proving me another time that, okay, I love the main characters for sure. I appreciate them. I want them to succeed. I'm supporting them. I'm behind them. And it's so easy, to fall in love with a character like Deku. Like for Tanjiro in Demon Slayer, they are so nice, they are so sweet. You can just fall in love for these characters. But I always have a secondary character that I appreciate, that really I'm supporting. Oh, and for My Hero Academia, I can tell you already that I'm gonna fall in love soon with another secondary character. His name. I need to put the right letters at the right place. It's really bad because I just told you that I fall in love with this character. But me and the names, like, it's awful. And you know that I was... No, you can't know it, but I was trash talked on one of these videos because of that, because I can't remember the name of someone. I'm seeing it each time that I have issues with names, and if it's just one name which was said 20 episodes ago, like, come on, give me a break. First, Kirishima, the guy with the red hair, I appreciate him. I'm gonna tell you why. I have a lot of favorites for My Hero. I think I love Deku, for sure, and Ida, but also Ochako and Aizawa. Yes, for sure. And Ochako, I really appreciate the fact that they made her, really sweet, really nice, and all, but they didn't make her naive or, not really clever and stuff like that. Not at all. And I think that during battle moments against real big enemies, the girl is gonna shine, little by little. She's gonna get more confident and all, and she's gonna shine. You love Kirishima also. What? I knew it. In a way, sometimes I know that some of you, for sure, you're gonna love the characters that I love also. And Kirishima, I can tell you why I fall in love with this character. It's really at the end of this season 1. Spoilers, about my reactions to the last episode. It's really because of the fact that he has, Ida, I fall in love with him because he could recognize his mistakes, all of that. I thought that it was so great. That quality, I really appreciate that. And for Kirishima, it's really as a friend, like, in just one or two scenes he showed really the friend that he can be, the good friend that he can be, to help his friends, to tell the truth to someone, you know. I think that it was to Katsuki. At some point he said something and I was like, yes, go for it, Kirishima. And just after that he went to help, you know, Deku, who was into a bad position, and I was really like, you're such a good friend, like, I would want you as a friend. And for sure, you know, his character, if they are developing, you know, his character a little more, I think that they're gonna continue to go also on the funny path with him, you know, maybe he's gonna be the funny character, saying funny lines and stuff like that. It could be great also to have a character like him at some point, ready to come to say the funny lines and all. But yes, Kirishima, it was for that, you know. As a friend, he can be great. I'm worse than you with names. Thank you. Me, I'm really trying my best. And sometimes, you know, I'm not even putting it during the editing. I'm really like, okay, so really, I'm saying all of the names, and each time that I have a doubt, I'm really like, "Urgh!" And I'm searching for the names and stuff like that. I'm really trying my best with the names. But yes, I can understand also that for some people it can be annoying if I don't remember all of the names like that. And even more when I'm binge watching a show or an anime like that, years after it was out, like you guys, you had the time to learn these names, to get attached to these characters that much that you fall in love with some of them, that you are supporting them. Maybe some of them already died. And because of that, you know, you're getting even more emotional with these characters. So for me, to not remember these names just like that, I can understand that it can be annoying, but it's like that, you know, when you're beginning a new anime, a new show. And also the fact that at each session of binge watching, I'm watching each time 4 new episodes. Yes, for My Hero Academia, each time it was that, 4 new episodes. It's a lot of new names each time to remember, and for sure, I'm not gonna evolve a lot with that, you know, with remembering these names between 1 or 2 episodes. I'm gonna evolve, I'm gonna remember their names between sessions of binge watching. It's also because of that. But yes, Kirishima and Ida, I really appreciated them. It never bothered me. It can be difficult to remember so many people at once. Yes, and right there, it's an entire class, you know, like, I'm saying it also, you know, each time during the intro and the reviews, when I'm saying that it's rough for me to remember names, first I'm saying that it's really something personal and also into my personal life, into real life. I said that example, you know, that when I'm going into family reunions, like for sure I remember the names of my aunt, my uncles, you know, stuff like that, for sure. But when you're beginning to be, you know, family but not close family, each time I'm like, I know his name, I can tell you where I met the guy, how many times I saw the guy, what he said, to who he said it, what I lived with that guy, what he was wearing, and all of that. But his name, even in my personal life, I have this issue. And yes, what I'm repeating also in each intros and reviews, it's the fact that it's really not just for animes. Like, sometimes I'm also afraid for people to take it badly right there for My Hero Academia, for example, because it's an anime and people, they can think, oh, she's not making any effort and all. Like, really, just watch my other reaction videos about other shows, other animes and stuff like that, and you're gonna understand really quickly that it's the case with all of the shows and animes. Like, at the beginning, it's rough for me. Like, for example, for Hellbound, right now you have my reaction videos to Hellbound, and it was so rough for me to remember the names, and it's a show, and at the beginning, like, you don't have my reaction videos about the first season of Game of Thrones, for example, but at the beginning I was really like everyone else, just like, all of these names, it's rough. but it's like that. Oh, My Hero Academia. I already have series. You know, at the end of the season 1, we have the villain with all of the ants, Tomura. I think that, again, I didn't remember the good name. Like, it's also an issue with me. Each time, you know, I'm focused, like, I want to remember one name and all, and each time, you know, I remember the first name when, in fact, I should have remembered the last name because everyone is calling that person by the last name, and vice versa, you know, like, the one with all of the ants at the end of the season 1 is coming back, you know, really hurt and all of that. He's talking to a screen. The first time that I saw this episode, I didn't see it, but during the editing of this episode, I saw it. In fact, he's talking to 2 voices. Someone who created Nomu and someone else. And I'm beginning to have theories about these 2 guys. And maybe they are part of a group, you know. They are part of a group more complicated, you know, more elitist and all than the League of Villains. For me, the League of Villains, it was a facade, you know. It was just to use as an image, you know, to hide them. And the fact that they want to hide and they said stuff about hiding themselves and all, about using Tomura and all, I think, that's my theory for now, that one of these 2 guys, or maybe the 2 guys, they are heroes. Like, at first I thought maybe they are part of the government, part of the police and all, and after that I was like, the conspirationist theories, you know, with an anime. But now I think that maybe, in fact, they are heroes. Maybe they are jealous of All Might. I don't know. Maybe All Might is not all perfect also. Like, I'm really beginning also to think each time a little more about the fact that heroes, they are not all perfect, and villains, they are not all bad. And, you know, even during the first episode of the season 1, my first reaction discovering that we have villains, it was how villains are beginning to be villains. Because at the beginning, it's just people like everyone else with powers. So you can tell me that some, they are just malicious, you know, they have that mood. Some it can be for financial reasons and stuff like that, you know, like criminals who are beginning to be criminals. But I'm beginning to wonder about other reasons, like the fact that it bothered me also when it happened, the fact that they are registering everyone according to their powers, like to register someone and to classify people, to categorize people. In history, we know that it was never good, you know, to do something like that. So see, I'm beginning to have theories about these guys who ordered to Tomura, to the ant villain, to make this attack. For me, they might be heroes. And I think that at least one is close to All Might, to already know that kind of stuff about All Might. It's also going with my theory that we have a spy inside of the skull. And I'm beginning to build a theory around the villains and the fact that it's not that easy, you know. Heroes, villains, to categorize people like that. It can't be that easy. I'm beginning to think about it, and the fact that some of you in the comments on Patreon and on YouTube, you told me that this anime is gonna get bigger, it's gonna get not more complex, but it's just gonna get bigger. It was really the word that everyone used. I'm thinking that maybe I'm going on the right direction with that. Maybe it's gonna be a total other subject, but maybe it's gonna be that. That's it. You have my theories for now. I don't know. I don't know if it's right or wrong. Like really, each time... I'm doing my best to catch clues, informations, but sometimes I'm taking informations and they are not useful at all. Sometimes I'm going too far with my theories. Sometimes, like, I'm totally wrong. I'm okay, to be wrong with these theories. It's just cool to play the game. But at the same time, My Hero Academia, I saw that during my last session of binge watching, the fact that it's not an anime that I watched really to play that game of making theories. For sure, I love that, so I'm gonna do it no matter what. But it's not like Attack on Titan. I'm not trying to understand everything which is happening and all. Like, really, for now, My Hero Academia, I'm just watching it. Like, I know that I'm gonna be with kids who are full of hope, full of dreams, who are discovering their powers, who are discovering themselves, who are guided by adults. Like, it's a positive anime for now, at least. It's really positive, and Deku also is such a positive kid that I'm glad, like, when I sit, I'm not sure that I'm gonna watch something positive, like they were under attack and stuff like that. But it's a mood, like, it's cool. Maybe it's gonna change. Do I want for you to tell me if it's gonna change? You can tell me if it continues to be the same mood or if it evolves, it evolved, at some point. Maybe you can tell me stuff like that. No matter what, the two of you, I know you, so I know that you're gonna be careful and respectful with the spoilers. You're not gonna be like some people with the first episode of Demon Slayer. And really, I don't regret at all the fact that I went mad after the first episode during the intro of the second episode, because at least for my channel, people really, they were more respectful and they were more careful with the spoilers. So sometimes it's good, to be a little mad. It's not going to stay the same for 6 seasons. For sure, it's not going to be the same. No matter what, no matter what is gonna happen to them, the attacks and stuff like that, the enemies, the villains, what can happen, they're gonna grow up, they're gonna evolve. So no matter what, it's not gonna stay the same. I just thought of it, I don't know why I thought of Harry Potter, the mood of each movie was so different. And okay, it was because of the fact that we had different directors, behind the camera. But it was also going with the fact that the guy was growing up and he was beginning to be a teenager, tortured, so dark and stuff like that. And after that, more heroic, growing up inside, evolving. I don't know, you made me think of that, seeing that. It's still mostly positive, but they start adding in some darker elements. Okay, I can understand that. When we had this attack at the end of the season 1, it surprised me the fact that this attack was so rough. Like, I was glad that no one died, but when the attack happened and all of that, I was like, maybe someone can die. And I didn't imagine before that, that My Hero Academia, I should be worried, for these characters to die at some point. Like, now, when I'm gonna see, an attack beginning, I'm not gonna be into the same mood, me, like, I'm gonna prepare myself for maybe seeing some characters really hurt. Like, for Aizawa, what happened to him, it was so rough. Like, for now, me, I don't know if he still has his powers. I'm worried about it, the thing with his eyes, all of that. But now I'm gonna be worried, with new attacks to see them really hurt, or maybe also at some point to see one of them dying, stuff like that. It's gonna be weird. You know, with that mood that I have right now with this anime, it's gonna be weird. At the same time, I don't think that, again, to compare that with Attack on Titan, or even with, I was thinking of Death Note, like, I don't think that they're gonna kill one big character each 4 episodes My Hero Academia. But maybe at some point, if it gets really bigger, if we have more villains that are more cruel and stuff like that. And you know also my rule that I have for other animes and shows, the fact that mentors, at some point, normally, they have to die. That's one of my rules. You know, when I watch a show, a movie, an anime, sometimes many things like that, the fact that the majority of time, at some point, the mentor has to die for the real hero to shine, to evolve without the mentor. You know, when the mentor taught everything that he or she needed to teach, normally that person has to die. Yes, I'm thinking of All Might. Maybe at some point he's gonna die. I want to see him, how it happened to him to have these powers at the beginning, who gave him these powers, like how it happened for him and what was his life before that. Really, his appearance, I love so much his appearance when he's weak, you know, when he's skinny, name that as you want. I want to see his life, how it was before. Am I gonna have that? Don't tell me if the guy is gonna die, but tell me if I'm gonna have that at some point or not, you know. Maybe some flashbacks, maybe we're gonna discover his mentor, the person who gave him his powers. What is happening when... I don't know. You know, he's weaker each time. He's beginning to be weaker. Okay, at some point, he's not gonna have any power anymore. But he's not gonna die because of that. So his mentor, the person before him with these powers, maybe that person is not dead. What you're seeing right now with me making theories like that, it's really what is happening into my head each time, like really I'm floating into theories. It's really what I do, you know, each time. I don't know if you're doing the same, but me, it's happening like that into my head. And really each time, like, I have these theories, but some, like, I believe into them at 80%, 3%, like, I'm almost classifying them, you know. You will learn more about the story of All for One later. The story of the quirk, you mean? Not of our might. I read you. I just read the subtitle that you put into that, you know, or maybe it's just me going too far, like always. But okay, that's great to know that we're gonna learn more about that. And you know, I'm wondering also if at some point we're gonna learn more about the quirks, really, you know, themselves, like the fact that they appeared suddenly, they made that introduction at some point. I'm wondering if we're gonna come back to that at some point, like if it's gonna be explained, if it's something that they want to explain or not at all, you know, like if we have really a beginning which can be explained. I'm not sure that I'm explaining myself right there. I don't know if it can be a narrative arc, a real question. Is it a real question to understand how it happened, or really it just appeared like that from nowhere and that's all? I can't remember when, but we have seen All Might's predecessor. Not in the episodes that I already watched. I don't think so. But it means that at some point, I'm gonna see that person. Cool. Cool, really cool. You watched all of the seasons of My Hero Academia, both of you? And did you appreciate all of these seasons? Like, it's also 6 seasons, it's a lot, you know? Like, maybe you can say that some seasons are better than others, you know? You appreciate them more than others. Like, for example, when I made my binge watching of Rick and Morty, some people were really telling me, like, season 4, you can forget it, you can jump it, it's awful and all, so... Okay, so you're still on season 4, cool. Maybe, you know, by the time that I'm gonna be on season 4, I'm gonna give you, you know, that thing to continue My Hero Academia. Or maybe just you're gonna continue it just like that without me. Maybe also. And you appreciate them, you know, all of these seasons, they have the same quality, they have the same thing. I enjoyed them all, but I think the later seasons are better. Oh, cool! Really cool! I love when it's like that, for sure. And for an anime like that, I think that it's even more logical, you know, to have that evolution. So cool, really cool. For Attack on Titan, you know, for me, it's like that, you know, the quality of it improved with time, with seasons, you know. The more we learned things, the more I have the impression that the quality of the anime evolved and went better and better because things were getting bigger, so we had more titans, more different titans with more powers, so it was bigger, more beautiful, you know, visually. The scenes were more epic with people dying, but also... I have a mosquito. I'm sorry, I was disturbed. Oh, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. So, for Attack on Titan, it was like that, but for other animes, you know, that I know, I only watched short animes for now. When I'm saying short, it's a way to say it, you know, like Death Note, Chainsaw Man. And before that, on my own, it was Great Teacher Onizuka, Fullmetal Alchemist. Like, it's short animes. Like, in comparison of One Piece, for example, or really One Piece, each time I'm talking about it, because just know that it's still an idea into my mind of maybe one day trying it, but it's not something that you can decide just like that and that you can do just like that. And I think that it's gonna stay an idea into my mind, but I don't know. It got better at the mysteries unraveled. You're talking about Attack on Titan or My Hero Academia? I'm beginning to think that into My Hero Academia, maybe we can... That was a mosquito. I'm sure of it. Did you see it? That's it. See, it's beginning to be hot. The humidity, and also mosquitoes are gonna begin to attack. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get paranoid. What I was saying? Yes, that My Hero Academia, I'm beginning to think that maybe we're gonna have mysteries and all. Like, you know, for example, maybe that some people, they can be the father or the sons of people who are important. Like, I'm wondering about Deku's father. We never saw him and we never talked about him. And Katsuki, we never saw his family. And maybe also some other students of this class, maybe some of their parents are important and we don't know it yet. So maybe we can have mysteries like that around them through their families and all. Hello! Hello! We are talking about My Hero Academia right now. If you want to jump on it, maybe, through the last messages, you can see what we discussed about. It was really a lot about my theories about My Hero Academia. But yes, mysteries for My Hero Academia. I'm beginning to think about that, maybe some of these students, Deku himself, his father, families like that, which are important, who can be important, stuff like that. That theory that I have about a spy inside of the school, that theory that I have about these two voices at the end of the season 1, maybe the two of them, they are heroes. And it's not really a theory, it's really more a subject that I have on mind and that I think that they're gonna explore and maybe do stuff around it about villains, how they are beginning to be villains. It can't be that easy. Registering people through their powers, it can turn bad. Again, history proved us that it can turn bad. Like I explained it earlier, for me there is a subject around that, so maybe they can create something around that. But it's not really a theory. See, it's more like maybe a subject that I want for them to explore. Did you watch all of the seasons of My Hero Academia, MG? Tell me. Tell me, Matt. The two others, they told me that it's getting better, with the seasons, that it's improving, that it's also getting bigger, and that it can also get darker, maybe. And I said that I was surprised by this attack at the end of the season 1 and the fact that they got really hurt. Like really it surprised me because I didn't think that I should be afraid for these characters that much. I haven't watched any, but I'm caught up on the manga. Okay, so you know what is gonna happen, you know the story, the characters and all, but you didn't watch the anime. Okay, why? If I can ask you the question, if you love the story that much, if you love these characters that much, you don't want to try the anime? I can understand why, because sometimes you're afraid of being disappointed and all, like it can happen for books, for example, for all of the Game of Thrones fans of the books. Some of them, they didn't want to try the show, stuff like that. I think that it was the same also for Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings and all. But I'm someone who began with the movies and then who read the books for going back to the movies. So I can't talk for them. Did you watch the trailer of the new Hunger Games movie? I just watched it. I don't know what to think about it. Tell me, I didn't have the opportunity to talk about it with any of my friends. Tell me if you're interested by that. I can talk about it right there. I don't really love it, just reading it, because it's really popular. Oh no! There's gonna be a new one. Hunger Games? Yes, Hunger Games. We're gonna have a new movie, but not based, on the trilogy, but based on another book. I didn't even know that she wrote another book, but based on another book, one movie. I only ever saw the first one. The first movie, the first Hunger Game. There were cool movies, it was a period of time with really a lot of dystopic movies based on dystopic teenagers' books. Some of them were nice, some of them were not that nice, but they were cool to watch. It's not the movie that you can say, at least for me, I loved it, I fall in love with it and all, but I loved a lot this universe, the rules of it, like really it was interesting to see how it was built and all. And for example, in comparison with all of the other dystopic movies, stories, which were out during the same period of time, for me it was one universe which was really well built, and that really the person behind it really thought of it, all of the different details, and like by trying stuff, by trying to find what was not working, it was functioning, everything was functioning. When, for example, for other ones like Divergent and all, you just have to search a little more and you're really like, no, that it's not logical, so I never read the prequel neither, and the trailer looks cool. For the picture, I agree. For what it's gonna be about, I'm a little suspicious. Have you met Toga in My Hero yet? I don't think so. I don't want to make any research, because if I didn't met him yet, I don't want, to have any spoilers. I don't think so. The name right there, it's not saying me anything. I just finished the season 1. If it can help you. I just finished the season 1. So I know these students, Deku's friends. I know some teachers, and I know 1 or 2 villains of the League of Villains. Yes, I was saying the trailer of this new movie of Hunger Games, it looks great for... What? I know I said I don't really like the series, but I have a toga tattoo. A toga... I need to put your sentences into the right order. No, I didn't meet Toga yet, but you appreciate Toga that much that you have a tattoo. Cool! Really cool! I never made a tattoo based on an anime, on a show, on something like that. I have 2 tattoos, one right there and one that you know which is right there. My dear, this one, you know it. And... yes, I don't have that kind of tattoo, but my little brother, he has tattoos like that, and they are cool, tattoos which are based on stuff that you like, books, shows, animes, they are cool. Yes, just to come back, to finish with Hunger Games, the trailer looks good for me for the pictures, but I'm a little worried in advance by the fact that one of the main characters, it's a girl who is going to play the Hunger Games, and she seems to have a certain attitude, Katniss, and we're gonna follow a young Snow who is gonna help her, and they are finishing the trailer with the old Snow, a sentence that is said during the first movies about the fact that, love can hurt and stuff like that. Like, it's almost like they are already saying all of what is gonna happen during the movie, and at the end, to have a female character who is a badass, I love that, for sure I love that, me, I love that, but if it's for doing the same than what they did with Katniss, and even more, because they're gonna create a love story with the young Snow, and that's gonna justify the fact that Snow, when he was old, he had that relationship with Katniss, he was not hating her, and he said that to her at the end. Like, see, just with the trailer, I already know the story, what is gonna happen, the characters, the role that they're gonna play, and what the movie wants to say with that story, how it's gonna begin and how it's gonna end. See? So the pictures look good, that story, that's a good idea, but for me the trailer is not great because the trailer is already telling me all of that. And I didn't have, to think about it twice. Like, it's not like, for example, for My Hero Academia, I didn't work on it for a long time. I'm going to get another tattoo after I graduate. So cool! Can you tell us which one? It's gonna be based on what? One of your drawings? Not for an anime, but maybe I can do that one day. I think that you can. I think that you can do that. And you don't have to put, really a character or something like that. For example, my brother, the tattoo that he got for an anime, it was for Dragon Ball Z, and that's one of the characters. But he wants also to make a new one with 3 swords, and for what I understood, it's the 3 swords that one of the characters of One Piece has. Zoro? I think that it's the name of that character into One Piece. You know that I didn't watch One Piece, but if he wants to make that, and for someone who doesn't know anything about One Piece, it's just gonna be 3 swords, looks great. Like, for example, for Demon Slayer, I'm thinking that someone who loves Demon Slayer can make, a tattoo with only, the earrings. The design of these earrings, it can be a great tattoo, or somewhere else, but it can be a great tattoo to have, in fact. To have something like that for Demon Slayer, I can imagine something like that. That sounds like Zoro's. Oh, okay, I was right. You heard it. Yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't start One Piece. I'm not starting it right now. For sure, I'm keeping that on mind because it's so popular. Everyone is talking about it. My brother is pushing me, to try it, to just try it because he loves One Piece so much. And for my brother to appreciate something so much, it means a lot. So that's why, I would want to try it. But really, it's a job. To catch up on One Piece right now, it's a job. But yes, that can be an idea of tattoo, for Demon Slayer, for One Piece. I didn't think about making one for that. And to respond to you, MG, for earlier, Katniss is not at all into the new movie because the new movie, it's based on that novel. It's based on something which happened, I think, 60 years ago, if I remember this trailer right. Full-time job for sure, and it's more than that. The number of episodes, like, really, it's the entire holidays or something like that. Like, if we have bad holidays, not one day of sun, maybe I can catch up on it, but I'm not even sure. And you know what? I said it. It's really hot today. It's really hot today, as you can see with my outfit, and it's not even summer, so really, I don't think that it's gonna be this summer that I'm gonna begin One Piece. Are you watching? We talked about My Hero Academia. Are you watching Demon Slayer, the new season of Demon Slayer? The 3 of you? I think that if you love My Hero Academia, manga or anime, I saw you. I think that Demon Slayer, for sure, you're watching it, you love it. I really appreciate the beginning of this new season. I was really surprised by the last episode, how it turned out, like... Yes, they're wasting no time, clearly. Okay, you're watching also, and I know that you're watching. Yes, Demon Slayer, I was surprised by the last episode, the rhythm of it, the fact that, really, see, my body is speaking for me. I really had this impression that we were pushed into the action like that, like someone pushed us on the back to into this action, to really begin the action and all. I really felt it like that. See, my body recorded that impression that we began stuff like that. And for me, this attack right there, clearly they are there to kill them, to kill people. You know, it's not to make an impression, to impress, to send a message or something like that. They are there to kill people. So they're not gonna leave, they're not gonna give up. So that's it. We began this attack and we're gonna continue with it. Like, it's gonna be the 4 next episodes now, if not more than that. If we are already into it, and with these 2 big demons, and one of them, in fact, can be 10 demons at once. Oh, yeah. It's gonna last for a long time. I didn't understand yet, how it's functioning for that demon, for upper 4. It's upper 4, right? I'm not making any mistake. I don't understand yet how it's functioning. I know that we have, it's not the word, adjectives. It's that word. I know that we have adjectives, words written on them. And each of them, they have a different personality and with really a mood which is maybe fitting with this word written on them. So maybe they are supposed to represent one feeling. They are not representing, at first I thought of it, they are not representing the 7 sins. But yes, one feeling, but it means that we can have really so many of them. And I wonder how many episodes this season. I think that on my schedule, for my planning and all, I think that I wrote at least 12 episodes. I think that I saw that on IMDb. Maybe you can check that again, but I think that at the beginning, when I made my first research to put things on my schedule, on IMDb, they planned at least 12 episodes. And yes, for that demon, for upper 4, adjectives like that, representing feelings, they are representing one feeling, they have a personality related to that feeling, but their powers, it's not like the feeling. The quality of their power also, I'm wondering, like, all of them, they are so amazing and all, or maybe if there are too many, it's just they have a little power. Like, how is it functioning? And how are they gonna come back, to be the old guy? I like how that one Demon Slayer just chose again. Me too, and I was so surprised. I think that I said it, even, during the episode itself. I said something like, we have guns? Like, really, we have guns? Like, it was the first time that we saw a gun into this universe, and I even talked about it with one guy on YouTube, because, that guy was surprised that I was surprised to see a gun. And he was like, the action is taking place, at that period of time. So for sure, during that period of time, they had guns. How can it be a surprise for you? And I was really like, okay, it's based on that period of time of our world. But it's not our world. Like, we don't have demons into our world. So it's really a universe which is based into, which is based on our world during that period of time. But into this universe, we have demons. So I thought that maybe they didn't take guns into this universe, and even more because before that, we didn't see any gun. So with all of the battles that we saw and all, I thought that if we would have had, to see a gun, it would have been already the case. That was cool. He had a gun and a sword. Yes, that was really cool. And really, he entered into this action, like, whoo, I'm coming, boom, just like that. It was so cool. Maybe we do have demons. Come on. Do you want me to send you an exorcist or something like that, MG? Maybe we do have demons. Oh no, I was going, in an ASMR mode, making noise like that. No, come on. I know that some people, they don't like that. I'm not gonna go like that. That's gonna be cool to see him fighting. It's one of you who reminded me, like, I had this information on mind, but for sure during that moment, I don't remember it fully. The fact that he's Sanemi's brother? Yes, it's brother. Sanemi's brother. It's gonna be cool to see him fighting. And the guy, he has such an attitude. It's gonna be cool no matter what to spend more time with him, to fight with him. Right there, he intervened to help our guys, so it's gonna be cool. But he was really hurt. That's it. I just remembered. He was really hurt. I'm sorry. I made sounds. I'm tired of myself. He was really hurt. Oh. That's gonna be something. I just remembered it. What do you think about his tooth regrowing? I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. But I don't know also what to think about all of his scars. That's also something. I haven't had a chance to watch the reaction yet. Okay, he's a titan. No, he's not a titan. Poor Genya. And see, even if he has a bad attitude, and it's more, for me, see, I was already gonna say it, he's acting like he's someone bad. He's acting like someone angry, he's acting like that and all. But it's an act. I really don't believe that the guy is truly like that. And people who are showing too much things like that, it's an act. I'm really seeing him like that, and that's why I said poor Genya, and that's why my first, impression, it was to say he's acting like and not is like that. For me, it's really that. He's acting like a mad guy, but he's not a mad guy. I don't think so. I'm excited to see their story. Me too, and I'm more and more excited to see Tokito's story, because when we learned, that he was a descendant of this wielder, at first, I was like, okay, it can explain that he's that great and all, but the more I thought about it, I was like, but if he is one of the descendants, with one of my theories, it would mean that he's related to Tanjiro? No. But no matter what, if he is one of the descendants, he doesn't have the mark? No. Wait, but if he is one of the descendants, the sun breathing technique, what about it? No, wait. Like, the fact that the more I work on this information, the more I have questions about it. And especially about the mark. About the technique, they all have a different technique, so it's bothering me, but not that much. But the fact that he doesn't have the mark, I'm wondering about it. Maybe he's not a direct descendant, like he's more a cousin. I don't know. Or maybe I'm wrong, in fact, about Tanjiro being a descendant. It can be that also. Yep. I'm wondering about the guy. And I'm wondering also a lot about the fact that... See, I'm excited. I'm wondering also a lot about the fact that the guy has no emotions. And for me, to see someone with no emotions, it's so not normal. Like really, for someone like me who is so emotional, to see someone like me, like him, with no emotions, I'm really like, what is happening? Like, it's not normal. Maybe there is something right there. Maybe he's blocked, something like that. And I thought of it because when Tanjiro said it, that thing about... I can't remember right now. He said one thing. Yes, about helping people and all of that, you know, that thing that Tokito, he remembered and he decided to help the kid. So the fact that he reacted when Tanjiro said that, and that really, it's not like he made him, you know, it made him change his mind and stuff like that. For me, maybe it's a little more than that. Like maybe it reminded him something that he knew into the past when he had emotions. I'm getting mad, I'm getting excited. I'm sorry. Genya also has the same voice actor as Bakugo. Oh! Oh! Really? Of Bakugo? Okay. Oh, it's one of you guys who told me also that one of the person, you know, from Demon Slayer, one of the voice actor, is also making Ida into My Hero Academia. I can't remember who and who, but just go, you know, on the comments on YouTube on the last Demon Slayer video, and you'll see that person already told me for almost all of the characters, all of what this voice actor did, you know, into other animes. I don't know a lot of animes, so he didn't tell me, you know, a lot of stuff, but maybe for you it can be great if you're interested by that kind of stuff. Side question, is the show Oshinoko on your radar? Not at all, because I don't know it. See, I had trouble to say the name. Cool, I love voice actor trivia. It's I don't want to commit any mistake. I'm not gonna... It's not something that I'm paying attention to when I'm watching animes, and no matter what, you know, things which are not played directly by actors and actresses, it's really rare for me to pay attention to who is making the voices and all of that, because I don't want also sometimes, and I'm thinking especially for US movies, you know, animated movies and all, I don't want when I see the movie, the character, you know, the animated character, to think of the actor. I remember that for some animated movie, Disney, Pixar, that kind of stuff, at some occasions, you know, I recognized the voice of that actor or that actress, and it ruined me, you know, a little the moment, because I was like, that's you. Okay, now I picture you and not the character anymore. It's not functioning you into that situation. But it's really something personal. And I can totally understand that you appreciate to see this question. Whoop. You like to see these informations. And that's why I'm telling you that on my last Demon Slayer video on YouTube, someone on the comments really put an entire list with a lot of people like that, and in what animes they are making voices and all. It was interesting to read it, even if it was not talking to me a lot, but I think that it can be cool, you know, for you to read it. But yes, Demon Slayer, that's it. We're into the action. Are we gonna lose someone soon? You know, I'm thinking about who is right there to fight. If we lose one of them, it's gonna be big. And that's it. We can't lose one Ashira in each new season. I don't think that it's the point, you know. I hope so, at least. Okay, we didn't lose really the last one, but still, he was hurt a lot and he was forced to retire, all of that. Ouais. We'll see. 12 Ashira. 12 seasons. Maybe. I don't know. Ask that, you know, to someone who read the manga. I can't know that myself. I'm thinking the first season was not for Rengoku. Rengoku, it was... the train arc, it was when? It was not really the first season. there are two in this season. Maybe they are double timing. It's to go faster, you know. They are doing that at the end, you know. They're gonna put 3, 4, 5 in the same season, you know, like that's it. We need to conclude things. No, I don't think that they're gonna do that, and I hope that it's not gonna be predictable or anything like that. And I don't think that it's gonna be the case. It's well written, Demon Slayer. Really, like there is really something behind it. It's a real universe with rules, with stuff happening and all. And they didn't forget about Nezuko, like about the fact that we're doing all of that for Nezuko at first, to help her, to find information, how to help her. Like for sure, we want to fight Muzan and all of his demons, that's big and all. But Nezuko is the real deal into Demon Slayer for me. And I'm keeping that in mind, you know, each time. Like, you know, when we saw the cat at some point, you know, during one of these episodes of the season 3. It was a cat watching at Tanjiro, I think, something like that. And, you know, I was like, hey, you, we need to talk with you. Don't you have a message or something like that? Because the last time that we saw him, it was at the end of the last season, and he took some blood. And normally, you know, they studied that blood, and they should have information, you know, to share with us now about that blood. At least I hope so, and I keep that in mind, because I keep in mind that we're doing all of that to have information to help Nezuko. You know, it's sometimes a little difficult to keep that in mind, because we are attacked, you know, by big demons, and for sure we want to fight them, but at the end, it's about it. I'm enjoying not having Zenitsu in this episode. How dare you? How dare you? I didn't say it. Oh, no, let's not go into that direction. How dare you? Zenitsu, you didn't say his name correctly, and yes, it's me who is saying that, me who can't remember any name. I can tell you that. And you're saying that, no, I miss him. We need him right now with these battles and all coming against these two big demons. We need our guys. Right there, it's what? It's Genya, Tanjiro, Nezuko, the Tuashi. Again. Genya, Tanjiro, Nezuko, the Tuashita. It's 5 of them against 2 demons, but it's 2 big demons, and one of these demons can go like crazy with 5, 6, 7 of him. We need him asleep. No! Ew! Ah, no. MG made me mad a little by talking badly about Zenitsu. So when you said, you know, we need him asleep, at first I didn't think, you know, that yes, we need him asleep so we can use his power. And I just really read the thing like that, like we need him asleep. And I was like, ew, no, we need him for real. And then I understood that, no, okay, you mean we need him in action with us. He can be annoying, but he's still like a little brother to me. I'm with you, Laura. I don't know if he's like a little brother to me. I don't know. Or maybe, you know, like this little annoying brother that you can have. He's nice, no matter what. Zenitsu is nice, he's fun, he's bringing the fun, you know, a lot into this anime. Okay, he's crying a lot. He's complaining a lot. Sometimes, you know, you're really like, but at the same time, it's great to have also a character like him, because to have the 2 other ones, you know, who are so combative, who want to fight, who are so good, who are just going for it, who are not giving up, you know, just like that and all. We need someone like Zenitsu to to balance all of that, and also as a reminder that they're not Ashila right there, they're still young, they're just beginning, their career, and no matter what, for their ages, they're still young. So it's great also to have a character like Zenitsu to remind us that. And in a way, Zenitsu is one of them, who is reacting like he's a normal character, of the group at the end. He's representing the normal guy, the average guy in front of a situation. Yes, he's afraid. Yes, he doesn't want to go. Yes, do you understand what I mean? He's almost like that. For sure, I want him to evolve, to get stronger. For sure. I'm not sure that it's gonna come right now. It's like My Hero Academia right now, discovering Katsuki. I'm really like, I want him to evolve, he's gonna evolve. It's not the same character, not at all, but it's the same mood behind it, like, I have good up. For this character, I have good up. Okay, right now, he's annoying, maybe sometimes, but I have good up, he can go in the right direction. That's gonna be great. And for me, in a way, it's much more harder to be like that with Katsuki than with Zenitsu, because Zenitsu is still really nice, and really the first time that we met him, he proved his loyalty just like that by, protecting that box. Like, I can't forget that, what he did because Tanjiro told him to do it. Like, loyalty for me, like that. I appreciate him for that. I like the way he's evolving. You're talking about Zenitsu right now. It's cool. It's really cool. And he can evolve. They can all evolve, and they already began to evolve. And I'm sure that My Hero Academia, for what you already know, saw, and all of that, they evolved a lot. For me, for the season 1, for now, none of the characters evolved really during the season 1. So I think that it's gonna come with the season 2, maybe with a time jump also between seasons. I don't know, maybe we can have that. I mean, I can have that. But yes, season 1, it was not really made to have evolutions and stuff like that. It was really like a big introduction to the story, to the main narrative arcs, to the villains, to stuff like that. Okay, Zenitsu, you are talking about Zenitsu. No, don't worry. I got you. I knew it. I was thinking, this new season of Demon Slayer, it's so good, Yes, one of you talked about it, to have one episode each week. It's the first time, for me that I have that for Demon Slayer, but also, for animes, in fact, on my channel, because Attack on Titan, I binge watched all of it with you guys, and now I'm just waiting for one part of this final thing to be out, so it's not the same than having one episode each week. And for the other animes, yes, I binge watched all of them with you guys. So it's the first time for Demon Slayer that each week I'm discovering a new episode with you guys, and it's cool. It's really cool to have that thing, to wait for that thing. Even if it means that, from the end of Sunday to the beginning of Monday, I'm not going on Twitter, I'm not going anywhere just to avoid spoilers, because I can only watch it at the beginning of the Monday, so really to avoid spoilers and all, it's rough. Maybe now it's gonna be easy if my account is suspended, like they said. I talked about it at the beginning of this live session, the fact that on my computer, I can't have access to my Twitter account anymore. On my phone, it's okay, but on my computer, it's not functioning, and they're telling me that my account is suspended, but they're telling me that by giving me, another name for the account. I don't understand, and still, if I want to connect with my mail, they are telling me that it's the bad account, like, gotta go to a work meeting. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for all the content. Have a good day of work. You're gonna be good, I'm sure of it. And the rest of my day, yes, it's gonna be the night. I'm not gonna finish. Oh, it's already a long time that we're talking, guys. I'm not gonna talk for a long time, I don't know. But no matter what, don't worry. Thanks a lot for the support on my Patreon, and it's cool. It was cool to have you there. And have a good day at your job. I hope that it's gonna be cool for you, this meeting. It's not gonna be as nice, that this live session with all of us, but still. What did I write? I'm wondering, it has been a long time that we're talking, and I'm not even sure that I talked about everything that I wanted to talk. For Demon Slayer, yes, I talked about everything that I wanted to talk. For My Hero Academia also. I wrote some stuff about The Mandalorian, but I think that none of you is watching The Mandalorian with me, no? I don't think so. Tell me if it's the case. You're watching The Mandalorian? Or you're saying goodbye? Oh, and I just noted, a little thing for Hellbound. I know that you're not watching my reaction videos about Hellbound. I know it because I really saw that on YouTube I don't have views, on these videos about Hellbound. And, really I have such little views for Hellbound that for sure when I saw that I was like, am I gonna continue to post my reaction videos? I had a micro doubt, during 1 second. For sure it's natural to wonder about it a little, but really I rejected that idea in 1 second, really just like that, because you know me, you know that when I watch something that I love it, that I want to talk about it with you guys, I'm gonna post it. And if it doesn't make a lot of views, it's like that. And in a way, I loved Hellbound so much that it was almost like, no, I want to continue to post about it, so people are gonna wonder why I love it so much, and maybe I'm gonna convince at least 2-3 people to try it, and people are gonna appreciate it also. I was really like, no, I'm gonna rule for Hellbound, and even if I'm the only one to rule for this show, at least people who are like me, they're gonna find me and they're gonna appreciate that, and maybe I can convince 1 or 2 people to watch it, and that's already a win, So that's it. I just noted that, about Hellbound, about the fact that I thought about it, not posting my reaction videos, but I decided that no, because it's not how I'm functioning, and because really I want to give that support, to this show, which is so well done and all. I'm watching Mando. Cool, we can talk about it if you want. I didn't find the time to watch Hellbound. It's okay. As long as just now into your mind you know that it's a good show, and if you have the time, if you want to go into that mood, because it's also a particular mood, you're not watching it to clear your mind, clearly. But as long as you know that it's a good show and that one day maybe you can watch it. I can't type today? What do you mean by that? I can't type today. Try, you mean? I can't try it today. Mando, it was cool. The end of The Mandalorian, it was so cool. I was wrong about The Mandalorian, about this season, and I didn't hide it at all, and I said it honestly. And that was, for me, that was the proof that I can show to everyone, to some trolls who are telling me that I believe into something and I can't change my idea about things, I'm really someone like that. No, right there with The Mandalorian, I went with a theory. I saw really almost at the end, like maybe 2 or 3 episodes before the end, that I was wrong about it, and that in fact the writers were going into another direction. And not only I accepted it and I was okay with it, but even more like I saw what they wanted to do, and I thought that it was a good idea. It was not what I wanted, it was not what I expected, and because of that, I want what I wanted, you know, I wanted for the new season after that. But I can see my mistakes and I can recognize them, and I can also appreciate a lot to be wrong, like it was the case for The Mandalorian. That mistake that I made is the fact that for me, The Mandalorian for this season 3, I really thought that they would make it around Mando. Around really his character, creating stuff about his character. After 2 seasons being about Grogu, I really thought that that's it. Now it would be about Mando, and it would go with the Darksaber, all of that, all of these ideas. And in fact, all of this season was about the Mandalorians. And really to revisit in a way all of these episodes, you know, all of this season with that idea in mind, you can really see, in fact, really easily how they built this season. To make this season about the Mandalorians, we need all of the Mandalorians to be together. So because of that, we need someone to lead them. So we need Bo-Katan to convince the Creed, you know, that she's a good person, but also to convince our old guys. Because of that, we need Bo-Katan to be back with Mando, you know, to meet her again. So because of that, like really, you can remake all of the season like that, because you have that idea that this season was about the Mandalorians. And it's so cool that they made it like that they thought about it like that, and it was well built, well written. It was not what I wanted or what I expected, but it's so well done. Really, so well done. And for sure, this final episode, Grogu! Oh, Din Grogu! It was so cool! So cool to have him. Whoa! It's so nice. It was so nice also, that moment with him. And now for the new season, we're gonna be with Grogu and Mando out of Mandalore. You know, she said it, the armorer, they're gonna go on an adventure because he needs to be trained, all of that. That's gonna be cool. As long as we don't have a new season of the Book of Boba Fett, I'm okay. Oh, I saw that news. Did you see it? You're watching Mando, but did you see that news about the fact that the actor who is playing the Book of Boba Fett, you know, they told him that maybe at some point they would need him, you know, on the set of The Mandalorian. And during all of the season, you know, all of the time that it was filmed, the guy was waiting, you know, for them to call him. They never called him. It's bad. I think that it's bad to do that to someone, you know, like it's not really respectful for him. For sure, I appreciate that because for sure I think that you understood that I did not appreciate the Book of Boba Fett. But in a way, I appreciate Boba Fett. I didn't appreciate the Book of Boba Fett because for me the Book of Boba Fett was not about Boba Fett. The Book of Boba Fett was a season of The Mandalorian that they used to tell also what Boba Fett he would become. You did not hear that? I don't know how I found that information. You know, it's really the informations that you have, you know, coming on your phone, you know, with a lot of different news from a lot of different websites. I think that you have that stuff also. Like right now, I have Demon Slayer. Ah, see? It's still... how can I show you that? See? I still have something about him and the fact that it's in French, but about the fact that right now is not okay at all with Disney, like this actor is not okay at all with that. So see, it's telling me again that it's not okay. That's it. He was waiting for the phone call, he was waiting. He was supposed to be a part of the season 3. He was in New Zealand because of that, and no one called him. Mwah. It's like that. I don't think that we're gonna have a season 2 of the book of Boba Fett. I was not the only one, who didn't appreciate it. And the fact that really 3 episodes were about Mando and we didn't see Boba Fett into his own show, I think that really the book of Boba Fett, it was a season, something, a little thing between seasons of The Mandalorian, but it was not a show itself. It's better to admit it now, late, too late maybe, than to try to make a season 2 and for this season 2 to be bad. Really bad. Worst, at least. But yes, The Mandalorian, that was cool, this new season. And during this summer, we're gonna have a new show. That's gonna be cool. We don't have the exact date, for it. I don't think so. Oh, sorry. I don't think that we have reached the date for it. I just saw that we have the date for The Witcher, for the 2 parts of The Witcher. That's gonna be cool. I don't know if some of you are watching The Witcher, but I saw that. That's gonna be so cool. And that's gonna be the last season also with Henry Cavill. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. But that's gonna be his last season. That was bad. That was bad because when they announced, that trailer and the real release dates, for these 2 parts on Twitter, on the response, they had so many comments saying, "Oh, the final season of The Witcher is gonna be out. The final season of The Witcher is gonna be out." Oh, it's so bad because it's not gonna be the final season. It's gonna be the final season with Henry Cavill. But after that, we're gonna have other seasons, That was bad. There's no reason it couldn't be good just because season 1 wasn't. Yes, you're talking about the book of Boba Fett. Yes, I think so. I think the same. But yes, for this summer, we're gonna have this other Star Wars show. We're gonna have The Witcher. We're gonna have the return of Black Mirror also. Count on me for it. It was a long time ago now. It was 4 years ago. The last episodes of Black Mirror. But we're gonna have the new ones and you can really count on me for it. I love it so much. That's gonna be so cool. And normally, before the end of the year, we're gonna have the final part for Attack on Titan, for sure. Yes, Ahsoka, I was talking about it, the new Star Wars show. I was talking about it. Yes, we're gonna have the final part of Attack on Titan before the end of the year. I noted 2 other ones. I'm waiting for the release dates, for these ones. Where are you? Yeah. Stranger Things also, The Boys, and The Wheel of Time. Normally, before the end of the year, we're gonna have news about it. I think that for Stranger Things and The Boys, it's the end of the year or the beginning of next year. Something like that. But The Wheel of Time, it has been a long time that they are talking about a new season and we didn't have it. I don't know if you are watching it or not, this show. Guys, I think that we're gonna finish this live session. It was a long one. I think that it's the longest one that we made together. I think that we're gonna finish with that. If you have another question or another subject that you wanted to talk about, it's for now, Yes, The Boys, I think if I noted it like that, on that thing, that, you know, it's really the thing for me to work and all. I'm organizing my stuff on it. And I really put the boys for the end of this year. I think so. Oh, I'm sorry if the noise is annoying for you. The boys. On IMDb, they are putting the boys for the season 4, you know? 2023. Yep. So normally we should have it. Oh no, you're there. Ah! I lost you. Right there. I lost you during 1 minute. What happened? I'm sorry, it's because of the fact that I switched, you know. I need to have 2 screens to make this live session. See, because of the fact that I just have my computer, I have that kind of issue. I need to have 2 screens, but I don't have the money for that to buy another screen, you know. But yes, to respond to you, normally the boys is gonna be back soon. I mean soon. I think that, yes, I made researches about it and it's gonna be at the end of the year or the beginning of the new year. It's gonna be cool. So yes, tell me if you have any question about the shows and animes that we talked about or anything else, you know. Tell me that. And if not, I'm gonna leave you. I think that I'm gonna go buy something to eat. I don't know what yet. You know, I would want... Really, I'm dreaming of it since a long time, you know. I think the name of it's yakisoba, you know, some yakisoba. I'm dreaming of it since days now, but at the same time, as I said a lot during this video, it's really hot today, so I don't know if it's really the good timing to eat, you know, an hot plate of noodles, you know, with a lot of things into it. I'm not sure that it's a good timing for that, but I want it. I'll be there for your reactions. Thank you for that. I know that you're gonna be there. Oh, and it's late also. I need to send later. It's later day, you know, for you guys who are on my Patreon. I'm writing letters to you. And that was later day. I wrote you, some of you guys, letters today. No, I did not show the address. I was careful with that. So I need to go to post that also, even if it's late. I hope that you appreciated that little live session together. I'm really glad, you know, to organize that one each month like that. I think that if it's only to discuss about shows and animes that I'm reacting to on my channel, I think that it's enough, you know, like to make more live sessions only for that. I'm not sure that it would be useful, like I would have the impression to repeat myself a lot, and you also maybe. I can organize live sessions for other stuff and I have that on mind, but I have to really find a good idea or just to have the resources to do that, you know. I created some little things, you know, to share my screen with you, so maybe I can share with you some stuff and I can react to stuff, you know, live and stuff like that. I already created the things for that, but I don't have the resources for that. Like, just I made a research to see when the new season of The Boys would be out, and because of that, it went bad, like really. It can't be for now, but I keep that on mind for other live sessions about other things maybe. And maybe also on another platform, like right there I'm doing that for you guys on my Patreon, and I'm doing it on YouTube, you know, because it's like that. But no matter what, you know, I have the name for my channel on Twitch. I don't know if I'm gonna use it one day, but just in case, I have it. It's for me, you know, no one is gonna steal it from me. Maybe one day I'm gonna use it, maybe. It was cool to talk with you guys. I hope that you appreciated it. It was really cool. Okay, so I'm gonna see you next month now. Oh, and today it was movie week, so it's gonna be soon, you know, the movie level. I'm seeing it right there because I saw that some of you, you know, you are sometimes, you know, like, oh, fuck, I wanted to jump on it, but I was late and all of that. I can tell you right now, it's gonna be on Wednesday. It's gonna be on Wednesday morning, you know, 10 a.m. for me in France. I don't know you in your country, but if you're interested by that, you know, if you want to subscribe to that movie level, if you have a movie in mind and you want to, for me to react to it, you know, for me to give you my opinion about it, Wednesday, 10 a.m. You know it now, just in case. Okay, I'm gonna tell you bye-bye. I hope that you're gonna have a good day, a good evening. The two of you, you told me that it was a morning for you, for what I remember for the beginning of this live session. I hope that you're gonna have a good day, that it's gonna be okay at your work, or no matter what. Oh, and you didn't tell us about the tattoo that you're gonna have. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I see you. I'm gonna keep that in mind to have information about it. Thank you. Goodbye. yes. I'm gonna keep you in mind. I'm gonna keep you like that. Bye, guys. Wish you the best, like always. Mwah.